Earlier this week, the U.S. government shortened the list of car models that are eligible for tax benefits under its Inflation Reduction Act, leaving out models of Korean automakers Hyundai and Kia, as well as other foreign companies. Attention now turns to what could be discussed between Presidents Yoon and Biden regarding the issue during their upcoming summit. Our trade correspondent Shin Ha-young reports.
The U.S. Inflation Reduction Act has emerged as one of the key agenda items for the South Korea-U.S. summit. Earlier this week, under the final assembly requirements in North America, the U.S. shortened its list of EV models eligible for tax incentives. South Korean auto giants Hyundai and Kia were both left out. This leaves huge concerns over South Korean companies, as their U.S. counterparts will have a head start in the global EV market. But one expert says this could be seen as an opportunity.
It's a good chance for South Korea, as global automakers now have to compete only based on the quality of their products. We have an advantage over global competitors, as South Korean electric cars have been recognized by the global market, with winning 3 awards this year.
South Korean EV battery makers will also be paying attention to the summit, with concerns that they would have to change their current manufacturing processes. The uncertainty has been substantially relieved as a subsidy of $3,750 is given when more than 40% of the key minerals are either mined or processed in the U.S. or FTA countries, which South Korea is part of. But there are still some uncertainties.
Since we don't have enough resources, we can't extract the major minerals for battery production. The latest requirements imply that even if South Korea processes those minerals, it can still qualify for tax credits. However, uncertainty still lingers as the details of tax incentives for automakers have not been announced yet.
With remaining uncertainties in mind, the government may convey its concern and stance during the summit with President Biden.
It is important to secure a time extension until South Korea can reduce its dependence on Chinese minerals for batteries. It would also be great if the government could convey that there is a contradiction between the Inflation Reduction Act and the Free Trade Agreement, as it could amount to discrimination against a product manufactured outside the U.S.
Meanwhile, more than 100 business leaders will be accompanying President Yoon next week for his trip to the U.S. And Presidential Secretary for Economic Affairs hinted at the possibility of addressing the Inflation Reduction Act if the two leaders feel the need for comprehensive cooperation measures. Shin Ha-young, Arirang News.